Hey everyone, my name is Liberty. I am on Teen Proco and I'm going to be doing the hair and makeup tutorial for this season. I would like to start this off by saying if you use different products than me, that's totally fine as long as your end result looks the same. Step 1 is to prime your face however you choose to do so. I use an e.l.f. primer and sunscreen. Your next step is going to be foundation. This is what I use, just CoverGirl. I like it because it gives you good coverage and it's on the cheaper side. When you're applying your foundation, you can use either a wet beauty blender or a makeup brush, whatever works best for you. Make sure when you're putting it on, you do go over your dancer's eyelid. It'll help the eyeshadow stick better. At this point, you can do your eyebrows if you choose to do so. If not, that's okay too. Okay, your next step is going to be concealer. I use Tarte-shaped tape. I have some on my finger, but whatever you use is fine. CoverGirl has a great one too. Also, if you feel like you didn't get enough foundation on the eyelid for your dancer's eyeshadow to stick, I like to go back in with concealer just because I feel like it doesn't hurt and you really want your makeup to stay since they're going to be dancing for a long time and it's going to come off. I put my concealer underneath my eyes, on my nose, chin, and forehead just to highlight. I also put it on any other spots that I think need a little extra love and coverage. After you're done concealing, go ahead and set with powder. Okay, this next part is super important to pay attention to because we all want to look the same on stage. Paige recommends the I Love Sephora palette. These are the colors. First, you're going to take the dark brown and you're just going to apply it right there, just a little bit on either side. Next, you're going to take the lightest brown and just drag it across the eyelid. Okay, I know at this point you might be thinking, girl, you look crazy with that dark spot. You gotta blend it out. So then we just take whatever brush you feel like and blend those two colors together. Okay, once that's nice and blended out, you're going to take, let's see if you can see, the lightest brown and put it on from the corner until about halfway. Okay, after this, you're going to take that brush again and just blend it out. Add whatever else you think you need. I'm probably going to add a little bit more of the darker color because it kind of got washed out when we were blending. And we want our eyes to stay somewhat dark. That way you really see on stage because you don't want it to look washed out. Okay, your next step is going to be eyeliner. I use Maybelline liquid liner. If you have a younger dancer and that seems intimidating, I have a trick. So I just take black, I take a really, really thin brush, and I take black eyeshadow and just use that instead. It's a little bit easier to clean up and you might struggle less with your dancer. We don't want a super big wing, just enough, like barely comes off the eye. Yeah, I'm gonna do that off camera. For your bottom lashes, I like to use the eyeshadow hack anyway because it leaves a less harsh line, and I think it looks a little bit better. If you have a younger dancer and this is really hard, a trick is to tell them to look up and away while you do it. That way they're not focused on your hand or right in front of their eyeball. I just put it on with the brush and then blend it out a little bit with my finger. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be teaching you how to do is eyelashes. If you don't know how to do them and you want to, this is what I do. I highly recommend this eyelash glue. It's just Duo, the blue one. I take that and I put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I take either a bobby pin or a really small makeup brush. One that you don't care about because it will be stuck with glue. And then I take my lash, and on the back side, I just put the glue on. Let's see if you can see it better that way. I don't know. But yeah, you put the glue on the back side of the lash, and then these are already trimmed to fit my eye. So if you look at the lash and it's way too big for your eye, make sure you trim it so that it fits. Then you just stick it on the corner. See, I'm trying to get it so you can see it. You can use tweezers, but this is just what works best for me. See if you can see that okay. Try to get it as close to your lash line as possible. And it's okay if you get glue places because it dries clear. You're gonna wait a second before you open your eye. Just push it on there, make sure it's nice and stuck before you open your eye. And then do the other side. Okay, while you're waiting for your lashes to dry, it's a good time to do contour and blush. This is the palette that I use, or for contour at least. We're supposed to have Ice Plum, CoverGirl, 510 for your blush. If you use different contour or you do it a different way, that's totally fine. This is just what I do. And if you need some guidance as to how to do it, so I just take the shade and I put it just below my cheekbone, and then I put it on either sides of my nose, and on my forehead. It's super important that we do blush and contour too, because you don't want to look washed out on stage. Make sure you blend your contour super well. Yeah. Okay, for blush, I tap it or blow on it, either way. I like to start on the outside and pull it in. You need more blush than you think you do, so it shows up on stage. Yeah, I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, your next step is gonna be mascara. If you have a younger dancer, and this is a difficult task, I get it, I was awful putting on mascara, and my sister doesn't love it either. Have them close their eyes when you're putting on their top lash mascara, and then for bottom, have them look up and away so you can put on their bottom lash mascara without them seeing your hand right there. Okay, once you're done, you can go back in with that highlight on I like to put a little bit on my nose, cheeks, and inner corners of my eye. This is the one I use, Morphe. You can use whatever. You can use a light color eyeshadow, whatever makes you happy. And then last, I like to put on one last layer of powder just to make sure everything is set in there. And I also put my lip on. Oh my god, my hair just got stuck. I put on lip. This year we're using Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade 20 Pioneer. This is what we're using. Everyone needs to have it. We should have all gotten it for showcase, but if you didn't, make sure you get it for competition. Okay, this is the finished makeup look. Make sure you're giving yourself enough time to do everything. Give yourself room to mess up. I always give myself at least an extra 20 minutes in case I mess something up and have to redo it. But this is the finished look. Okay, so now we're gonna be moving on to hair. I usually do this part on my sister, but she is not home right now, so bear with me as I try to show how to do it on myself. It's super important that we make sure our buns look exactly the same. So yeah, my hair is super thick and my sister's hair is my sister's scarlet. If anyone didn't know, on the junior elite team, but our hair is very different and this hairstyle looks good on both of us, so it's super important that we all try to do it the same. Another thing, it is super important to keep in mind that your hair products should match your dancer's hair. So we don't want to see any blue hair ties, hairnets that don't match your dancer's hair, random colored bobby pins. Make sure you have products that match your dancer's hair. Again, the hairspray, brushes, that kind of stuff I use during this video works best for me. If you want to get it, great. If not, something else works better for you, that's okay too. I start off with a little bit of spray gel. I like soak my hair because when you're dancing for this long, you need to make sure it's really gonna stay in, and if the lights catch any wispies, like, you can really see them. So you want to make sure that it is really gonna stay in place. But you're gonna start by putting your hair in a ponytail and make sure your hair is not down here. You want it a little bit higher to give you room for your bun. But we don't, so there's a difference between having it up here and like where we're at. We want it like about an inch, I guess, above your neck. So like right here, if that makes sense. Okay, now that my hair's actually in a ponytail, you'll probably be able to see better, but this is where mine is at. As long as your bun isn't sitting, as long as you have room for your entire bun, that's okay. But we still want it to be a low pony. I like to add one more rubber band than I think I need on competition days, just to make sure that my hair stays secure. Okay, now you're gonna separate your hair into two parts, and you're gonna spray them both with hairspray. Okay, next you're going to twist the first part in the opposite direction that you're going. So this part is gonna wrap to the left, or what is that? That is counterclockwise. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry that took me so long. So you're gonna twist your hair clockwise. And then, let's see, take your bobby pin that matches your dancer's hair. And secure it. Twist some more. Add another one. And you're gonna repeat until your bun or the strand is all the way wrapped around. Okay, so I realized you couldn't see very well when I was doing that half. So I'm gonna try to make it a little bit better to see on this side. So this one's gonna be twisting clockwise, so you're going to twist your hair counterclockwise. You're gonna take your bobby pin, have a hole. Okay, sorry. You're gonna twist it. And then you're gonna bring it just underneath and pin. Bring it up, pin, continue this around your head until you get to the end of the strand. Let's see if you can see it all right. So yeah, see how my bun is, I have a lot of hair and my bun is still not hanging off the back of my neck. There's still room. Okay, at this point, I like to do a mega hairspray just to make sure everything is gonna stay. And then it's time for your hairnet. It is super important you have a hairnet because if your hair, for whatever reason, the bobby pin falls out at the end, it doesn't start unraveling and your hair doesn't fall out on stage. Because that would be very much not good. So you're gonna take your hairnet. Let's see, you can see it better. You're going to wrap around your bun, twist it, and wrap around one more time. Then you're going to take all of the extra and wrap it around your bun. And then you're going to pin that. And then you're going to pin your entire bun with the hairnet to your head to make sure everything is gonna stay there, your hairnet's not gonna fall out, and all of the hair that's inside of it is secure. So just put bobby pins all the way around. Put way more hairspray in your hair than you think you need. But yeah, this is the finished product, hair and makeup. I'll do a little spin. This is what you should look like. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm sure Paige and Lori can help you too. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.